Hi friends, hello everyone. Welcome back to Thanmaya tutorials. In this today's video, let us learn how to draw the diagram of the art as well as its labeling. And in this video, we will also know about all the functions of the art. See, whenever you are learning or drawing some physiological diagram in the sense your heart, brain, kidney, whatever the human body diagram. So first you have to understand its function. Okay, first you understand its explanation, then you have to draw. Then the diagram will become very easy to you, as well as the concept behind it will be also easily understand by you. So without wasting our time, let's get started. Drawing any diagram, I've already said, whenever you're drawing any human body diagram, first you have to understand the function behind it. Then only after understanding the function, if you draw the diagram, you can easily understand the concept, as well as the diagram will become very easy for you. So therefore, first let us understand what is the function of the art. So art is the pumping organ of our body. So many students who are reading initially, they have understand that the art is used for purification of the blood. No, my dear students, art is used only for the pumping of blood. See, pumping of blood is very essential. Art pumps the blood towards the body, all the parts of the body, that is till the fingertips of our fingertips also it will pumps the blood, because in our fingertips also we have the cells require the blood. This is because all your oxygen, your food materials, all it is carried out by the blood only, transporting material. Okay, hence cell is having mitochondria which will produce energy. Obviously it required food materials, right? How it is transported? To through the blood only, right? So therefore pumping the blood is very important. So if the heart beats stops for a second also, then the man is not alive. That is why we will call it as heart attack. So heart functions is very important. That is only pumping of the blood, but matters a very lot. So now let us understand how. So let me consider one of the cartoon type of human body here, just to understand you people. So can you see this one? So see your human body, we have upper part of the human body, then we have lower part of the human body. See, can you see here? Lower part of the body, we have some impure blood. See, impure blood in the sense here deoxygenated blood. Okay, so art, okay, the blood will go towards the heart, right? Heart will send that blood towards the lungs to convert it from deoxygenated blood to oxygenated blood. Okay, oxygenated blood. Why? Because deoxygenated means absence of oxygen, which is the impure blood, should convert into oxygenated blood, right? Which will be converted in lungs, towards lungs, which is sent by this heart. How it will be sent, let me explain you. First let me start from here, that is from lower part of the body, all the impure blood, that is deoxygenated blood, will go towards the vena cava from the lower body. Okay, so next all the impure blood, that is deoxygenated blood from the upper part of the body, will go towards vena cava from the upper body. Okay, and reaches here. See, that is why they have given the arrow mark. So when you see the arrow mark for the first time, you will get confusion, but when you understand the function and see, you will easily understand it. See, can you see here vena cava, here one arrow mark and here one arrow mark, that is from upper body and lower body. So after entering, see, that's vena cava from lower body is also known as inferior vena cava, and vena cava from upper body, okay, which is collecting, which is having the deoxygenated blood, is also called as superior vena cava. Okay, so after entering that vena cavas, it will reaches right atrium. Remember, so this is your right atrium, this is your right ventricle, this is left atrium, this is left ventricle. Upper part is at atrium, don't confuse, no, don't write ventricle here. So a b c d, a is the first letter, so therefore first thing is atrium, next is ventricle, atrium, ventricle. So whatever you are writing right atrium, right ventricle, it is your left hand side. So towards your left hand side, when you are drawing, it should be right atrium and right ventricle, because whenever you are drawing, it will be like mirror image, right? Because you're writing in the opposite way, right? So mirror image of it. But when you take the diagram and keep it towards your body, so right things will come towards right only, left thing will come towards left only. But whenever you're drawing in opposite way, right? So right atrium and right ventricle, write it towards your left side, and left atrium and left ventricle, write it towards your right side. Okay, don't get confused. Remember this one. Labeling is very important. If labeling is wrong, they will cut the marks. Okay. So after entering into the right atrium, obviously it will go towards the right ventricle, right? Blood will move towards the see right atrium to the right ventricle. So after entering to the right ventricle, it should move. Okay, it should move towards the pulmonary artery. So see, like this. Okay, so here whenever it is the blood is there in right ventricle, that is impure blood, okay, that is deoxygenated blood, obviously there is a chance of backward movement of the blood, right? See, there is a chance of backward movement of the blood like this. That should not happen. Okay, so to prevent that one, there is the walls here. Okay, there will be walls here like this. It will be walls here also, one wall, and there will be walls here also and here also. So the remember that valve. Okay, I just say you the names. That is between right atrium and right ventricle, we have tricuspid valve. Between left atrium and left ventricle, we have bicuspid valve. And between the right ventricle, see, can you see this one? Right ventricle and this pulmonary artery, we have the semilunar valve. And here also between left ventricle and this aorta, we have this semilunar valve. Okay, so that is why there will be the valve here. Okay, why it should be valve there? Because after entering into right ventricle, there is a chance of backward movement that should be prevented. Okay, that is why here the by that is why here the tricuspid valve will close. Okay, between right atrium and right ventricle. That is why you will get that lup sound, go like this. Okay, and it will divides like this and like this. That is the pulmonary artery. From pulmonary artery, where it will goes? So it will goes, let me show here. See, can you see this one? So after entering into the pulmonary arteries, okay, so can you see this pulmonary arteries? Okay, pulmonary artery, it will go towards the lungs. Actually this is not the lungs. Okay, they have given just to understand the concept, you know, the lungs diagram and all. Okay, so it will move towards the lungs for purification. Here lungs, we will breathe, we will take the oxygen, right? So the oxygen there, whatever the blood will be there, no, that deoxygenated blood will be converted into oxygenated blood. The purpose of purification done in the lungs, the purpose of pumping was the purification, that is converting into deoxygenated blood towards oxygenated blood, that is converted in the lungs. How means? Here the blood from vena cava, that is various part of the heart, has come for right atrium towards right ventricle towards lungs. It will go through the pulmonary artery. Okay, pulmonary artery it will go. Okay, here the lungs will purify the deoxygenated blood to oxygenated blood. Then the oxygenated blood, pure blood has come, right? That should pass towards all the parts of the body, right? Once again heart is pumping, so that particular blood will come towards the pulmonary vein. Okay, through pulmonary vein it will come back towards where? That is left atrium. Then it will move towards left ventricle. Then there is a chance of blood to move towards once again left atrium, right? Backward movement will be there. So to prevent that backward movement, see here, there is a chance of moving like this. So to prevent that backward movement, there is here between the left atrium and left ventricle, there is a bicuspid valve. Okay, valve is there. Okay, so to prevent the backward movement, that is very important. And then once again it will move towards the aorta towards aorta it will move. Aorta will convert into many capillaries, many arteries. Okay, many arteries where that will pump the blood, okay, towards all the part of the body. Okay, through artery. See, arteries will carry the oxygenated blood. And here one thing I have to say, which will carry oxygenated blood, which will carry the oxygenated blood. Let me see, my dear students, oxygenated blood is carried in arteries, that is towards the body, okay, and it is also carried in pulmonary vein. Here don't get confused, okay, arteries and pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein, where that is the oxygenated blood which has been converted in the lungs is carried towards the heart. There we will see this pulmonary vein, okay. Then this particular deoxygenated blood is carried by the veins and pulmonary artery, where deoxygenated blood which is there in present in right ventricle. Whatever I am saying, just see the diagram of the textbook and listen, okay, don't simply listen, just see the diagram and labeling, okay. So that particular deoxygenated blood which came from vena cava towards right atrium, right ventricle, so that particular right ventricle deoxygenated blood obviously we should move towards the lungs, right, that is traveling towards the through the pulmonary artery, that is pulmonary artery is having deoxygenated blood and veins is also having deoxygenated blood, okay. I think hope you understand this particular thing. Just take a screenshot of it, don't get confused here, okay. So after that, aorta is divided into many arteries, okay, where it will be traveled into each and every part of the body, okay, every part of the body. Here they have given like this is actually body, okay. So where it will be divided into minute tube like structure which is called as capillaries, okay. Minute tube will be there because for the easy purpose of exchange. Thinner the tube, easily exchanged blood, right, easily oxygen will be exchanged, where here there will be body which requiring the oxygen, where oxygen whatever there will be in the blood, that is in oxygenated blood, will be transported, okay. So once again after transporting, that blood will be converted, oxygenated blood which has been transported, once again after usage by the body, it will be converted into deoxygenated blood. Once again that particular deoxygenated blood, once again the deoxygenated blood will travels in the vein from the body and enters into the vena cava. Once again the cycle continues towards right atrium, the blood will move towards right ventricle. Here the wall will be there, it will be closed to prevent the black flow. You listen the sound like lub, and once again it will move towards pulmonary artery and move towards the lungs here for purification. Deoxygenated blood is converted into oxygenated blood. Once again it will come in the towards the heart through the pulmonary vein and enters the left atrium, enters the left ventricle, then enters the aorta, okay. See, can you see this one, enters the aorta, then once again it will be divided into many arteries and to the body it will go. That is, the cycle continues throughout your life. See how beautiful mechanism is this, right? I think hope you understand each and every term here. I think you do, yeah. If you don't understand, you just see the video once again, you will really understand it, okay. Just the purification, just pumping and cycling, okay. So I think now you understand all the functions. Right now if you see this diagram, you easily see arrow marks from vena cava entering blood, okay. Here see right atrium, right ventricle, okay. Then you can see this it has been divided pulmonary artery, it is going towards, one is left lung, another one is right lung, it will move. And here is your left atrium, where the blood will enters through the pulmonary veins and enter into the left ventricle, and here it is moving, it is moving towards the aorta, okay. See, can you see this one? So that is where your arrow marks are shown. So now let us draw the diagram.